So in today's video, we're going to be testing the theory on whether you can make coins through the single player draft. I saw this question on someone else's video and I thought I'd actually test it out. So basically, I've played through 5 drafts. It gets a bit complicated. So basically, I won all 4 games in 4 of them. In the final game of the 5th draft, the game shut down, so we got a 3-0 loss. So technically, we've basically won 4 out of 4. And then in the final one, we got to 3 instead of 4. Which is why we got slightly different packs. So this would have cost you 75,000 coins at 15,000 coins per go. We will get into the packs in a second. I've just got to get through the numbers first. Or 1,500 FC points. Now we got a total pack value from all the packs of 112,500. So in the first draft, we got a gold players pack, which has a value of 12,500, and a jumbo gold pack for a value of 10,000. Coins. So we got that exact reward in the first, second, and 4th draft. In the 3rd one, we got a slightly better reward, actually. We got a small prime gold players pack, which has a value of 22,500, and a premium gold pack with a value of 7,500. So the total for that one was 30,000. And then in the final one, because we only got to the third level, I can't remember, semi-final, I guess. We got 3 small Electrum players packs, which I looked up had a value of 5,000, and then this 2 times 78 plus a rare gold players pack, which I couldn't find an actual value for, so we'll leave it at 5,000 for that. Which, yeah, as I said, gives us a total pack value of 112,500. So basically, on the packs we got back, we have made some coins, but let's see if we have actually made coins when we get to open them. The fun bit. It's been hard holding on to this many packs. Right, we'll start off with the 2x78 plus. We get ourselves an up. Is it what? I think, have we just made our money back on the first? We got ourselves an Hincapié. I think he's worth a lot. Right, okay. So basically, we've made near enough half our coins back in the first pack. So that's a good start. And we also get an Ivan Toney. Now I'm going to leave the coin totals on the side. Probably I can't see that side. So you can see that. I'll add it up. So I won't know as I'm talking, but I'll add the value of the players as we go. As obviously these are all tradable as well. I forgot to say that. Right, we'll go over the small Electrum players pack, as this is 5,000 coins. Who do we get? A Bauman, I think this is. I actually meant to send all that stuff to my transfer list so I can fully add it up when it does all sell. Okay. Not tons of value. Obviously we're on Switch, so some of the stuff, you know, they're not extinct. There's just like not enough people playing the game to list stuff, so we'll send them up. So not the best pack. Probably won't get 5,000 back from that. But yeah, trying to decide whether it is a good thing to do or not, play single player. I guess if you are not confident enough to do online draft, like you don't feel like you're going to get anywhere in that, and you do have some free draft tokens, then it probably is worth the punt, just going for it, because it basically you're converting free draft tokens into some packs that you can use, because most of the time, because you can choose your level, everyone's going to get to the 4th game fairly easily. So there's not a lot of value here at all. So we'll send that up. If stuff is not going to sell, I'll just use the quick sell value just to make things easier. Right, 3rd and final. What is this? Electrum players pack. We get ourselves a Bayern goalkeeper. Anything else? Doesn't look like it, so we'll send all that up. I need to remember what we got in the first one. We got Hincapié. I can't remember the other player, so we'll have to double check that. Right, so which one are we going to go with next? So in value wise, it'll be the premium gold pack. Premium gold pack with a value of 7,500. We got ourselves a French player for Leipzig. Is that Leipzig? Yeah, he's Leipzig. Lukaba. Not tons of value there. We'll send all this up. But it's a great way of getting cards into your club and converting, as I said, converting draft tokens that you may have, or even possibly FC points you just want to get rid of. Just convert them into packs. Probably using FC points is not the greatest idea, as there are better packs out there you can just go and buy. Right, next up we'll do the what should we do? Jumbo Gold Pack. Jumbo Gold Pack. Let's go with this. Don't think this is going to be a good one. Get a German left back. Keating, have you got some value? Possibly a little bit. Danjuma? No. That might have a bit of value to it. But I think most of that is not going to be of any value. So we'll send all that up. How do I move all of it to my transfer list? I'm not too sure. So we'll just flick it all up. And move on to the next pack. So we do have another 2 of these to open. So we'll get this Jumbo Gold Pack opened. Ooh, hang on. A fella. I did actually buy her for a video, so it does mean and she did actually have some value when I was Premier League. That's gonna have some value. Cool. So we'll make some coins from that. Oh, and 1,000 coins. There we go. Now we get a Mazraoui as well, who again does have a bit of value there. So another one we can add to the total, and probably about 1,500 coins there as well. So we are slowly making our money back here, especially if you factor in that Hincapié. I think this is going to be one of those things that it will work near the start of the game where you've got a lot of cards that have a lot of value. But I think as you get further on in the game, it's definitely not going to be worth it, as you'll see. Because, a lot of these cards have value for now, but they're not going to as you move further into the game. Gomez, a little bit of value there. Don't think anyone else in that pack did have any value. No one there. Right, so we'll send all this up. I'll check all the prices and add it to the side of the video. But again, what you actually get in the pack... Oh god, I've filled up transfer stuff already. We need to get rid of badges and stuff, so all that stuff we'll get. Right, let's just send the players up. Barcelona chant, I don't know, it might have some value, so we'll send that. Right, so we're getting 2,500 coins back there. So I'm gonna need to remember this when I'm adding things up. Right, so next up we'll go with the gold players packs. So we get someone from Sociedad. Ooh, a Kanji. Man City one would have value because he's 74 pace, but it's holding a little bit of value. I say we need to sell them reasonably quick before the prices will drop again. But no one else in there is standing out as being worth anything. So we're going to have to get rid of some more stuff. We'll get rid of the the non-players. But we'll keep that Premier League Manager League thing. I don't know if injuries. No, it's not really. You might get 150 coins for it. Auckland, we'll get rid of that. Get rid of that. Right, okay, now we need to send all this stuff up. So, not tons of value here. Probably maybe 2,000 coins for a kanji. But the rest of this we'll discard and receive the coins back. See, another 4,500 coins there. That's before we get to the big pack, the big 22,500 coin pack. Right, so we get another gold players pack. Nothing. No, it doesn't look like it's gonna be anyone of any note. Him? No, don't think so. I say the further you get on in the game, the more, because most of these, like, you get, I don't know, close to Christmas, the game being out a few months, and all of them cards are going to be discard value. Chelsea Spanish. Who's this? Cucurella. Right, now, I know he does have some value, and I think his value will go up as we get closer to champs. We get ourselves another Gomez. Okay, Cucurella has a decent value there, and we do have a few duplicates. We're gonna have to get rid of that crowd chant. So right, I need to remember some of these cards because I'm gonna store them in my club, and we'll add the value on as we go. But Cucurella can go up there. Right, onto the final pack to see if we can secure 75,000 coins. We have a small prime gold players pack, and we get a Chelsea WSL card. Oh, this is a Baltimore. Now I do actually have her untradeable. I'm not sure how much she's worth though. Nothing else. Golson have any value? Not really. Alright, Baltimore. How much are you worth? Right, so we take the base value, 8,400. That is a good value. That is a good value. So as you can see there, 81 items have sold. Some of the stuff we did have to relist a few times. We'll get into the numbers of whether we actually made coins or not in a second. But as you can see there, Baltimore sold for 4,200. I'll just go through the main ones. I won't go through each card. Cucurella sold for 10,000. I don't think he's worth that much, so I'm not really sure why someone spent 10k on a random Cucurella. And the other main one was Hincapié, who sold for 35,000, which is a large chunk of the coins that we did make. But yeah, some of this stuff did have to be relisted multiple times to get it sold. But I did kind of min list it, so I could have been a bit more specific with how I sold them, and probably could have made a few more coins. But I just want to get all the cards listed and sold as quickly as possible, just for video purposes. Now this stuff has been relisted multiple times and hasn't sold. So how I'm going to count this is I'm going to include this in the discard value. But I'm actually going to store this in my club because I need some more. I need some more fodder in my club. So send club L. Well, some of it is duplicated anyway, so we can't do that. But yeah, anyway, let's get into the numbers. So I've got my book. I've calculated everything. Right. So the total of the cards I'm discarding in this, essentially discarding, but I'm actually storing in my club, comes to 6,179. And the sold items come to a total of 76,950 coins. But obviously, you've got to take tax into account, which I think is 5% still. So that gives you a total. Basically, what we're taking from that is 73,102 coins. So, also, we did discard some stuff when we were actually opening the packs, which came to, I'm not too sure what that came to, but our total overall discard value was 15,384 coins, which means, including the discard stuff and the sold stuff, we got a total of 88,486 coins after tax. Obviously, you take out the 75,000 we did actually technically have to spend to do this. That gives us a profit of 13,486 coins, which sounds good. But if you take Hincapié out of that, we would have actually made a loss. So, would I advise you to do this? It really depends. Single player is good if you have a draft token and you want to convert that into coins. It's a good way of doing that because you're not really losing anything. If you didn't want to take it into the online draft anyway. It kind of works at the start of the game when the base cards do actually have value, but as soon as more promo cards come out and the base cards lose all their value, you're not going to make coins at all through single player draft. So yes, good way to convert it into coins, draft tokens into coins, and a good way of testing out new cards. But beyond that, it's not a great way of making coins because, as I said, taking Cappy out of that, we'd have lost, I think it was about 15,000 coins if we'd have spent the 75,000. But all in all, it was an interesting experiment to do. Let me know if you want me to do test anything else out on the channel. But yeah, that's going to be the video. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I'll speak to you in the next one.